Welcome back to the channel. We are here June 22nd. It's going to be the breakdown for the showdown on June 23rd between the Milwaukee Bucks and Atlanta Hawks. The surprising Atlanta Hawks. They have made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm telling you, no one expected that. A big upset over the 76ers, and then you had another upset between the Bucks and the Nets. So now these are the two last teams right here, a third seed and a fifth seed. So this is going to be an intriguing matchup. Obviously, right now it's kind of one-sided, but I think this is going to be a very scrappy series. Very good defensively on both sides, especially the Atlanta side with the turnover to Nate McMillan. He has really, changed the atmosphere of Atlanta Hawks basketball, and they've become a very scrappy team and that can score in many different ways. They have shooters all around Trae Young, and his ability to penetrate and find guys is taking Trae Young to the next level. And then he always has that three ball in his arsenal. So we're going to go through tomorrow's slate really quickly. The showdown, just going over some of the picks, and it's going on right now, so we just know before halftime. I said it mainly was DeAndre Ayton, and it mainly was the Phoenix Suns. So currently, the Phoenix Suns are winning by 5. And currently, DeAndre Ayton is well on his way to a double-double, 12 points, 5 rebounds. I said he would have over 10 rebounds. He needs 5 more, and I said he would score 20 points. He's already at 12. So Ayton is going to be a big key in this series, and he's following through very well. The role players are always going to change in that series. That's always going to be different. It might be Crowder one day. It might be Mikal Bridges another. It might be, Cam Johnson another. It might be Saric another. It's always going to alternate. But the main guys usually should stay consistent between Ayton, Payne, and Booker. Those are going to be the 3 main guys. So let's look at tomorrow's slate between Atlanta and the Milwaukee Bucks. We got Boom first at the captain, Trae Young. I love him there just because he's very versatile. Very versatile. High price, understandably, at $17K with that captain tag. But if he's not, knocking down the 3 ball, that's not the end of the day for him, because he has been able to provide big assist numbers. As you see, 18 assists against Philly. 12 and 10 the last 3 out of the 4 games. So he is finding other ways to be involved in the game, and then he'll come through in the fourth quarter with some big plays. I love Trae Young as an option up there. Giannis is an obvious, but he has had some trouble with Atlanta. I think Nate McMillan is going to pull up a nice scheme against him. Just looking at the fantasy production, the 3 games against Atlanta, he's only averaging 49. You're paying top dollar for him. You want a little bit more. So that's just something that's going to be duly noted. And it's game 1, so you're going to be learning. You're going to be watching. Obviously, we're going to have our plays, but then we'll get a better concept of what's going to go on in game 2. If we're just being very vigilant, how is Atlanta going to play defense against Milwaukee? Do you want Giannis to kill you all day, or are you going to let it trickle down to Middleton or Jrue Holiday? So that's going to be a big proponent. One guy I think that's going to be huge for Milwaukee is going to be Jrue Holiday. That's why I have him here second on the util spot. I like him as well as a captain option, a cheaper captain option. He has been playing very well. He's turning up now, because he struggled the first few games against Brooklyn in that series with a 22 and a 23 at 31, but he's slowly been turning up. He's been taking more and more shots. He just has to knock them down. So if the volume is converting to all these field goal makes, then we're talking about 40 plus, maybe 50 DK. And Atlanta got away easy with dealing with Ben Simmons. Now they're dealing with Jrue Holiday, who is just as good a defender as Ben Simmons is, and he can score the ball. He shoots way better than Ben Simmons. He's just struggling as of late, and I think he can put it all together in this series. He's going to be the guy that's going to come up huge and probably propel them to that next level. This is who the guy that they went out for and paid for to come play alongside Middleton and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he's going to show why he's worth that money. So I think him being that facilitator and scorer, Drew Holiday is going to come up big in this series. I like him as one of my plays. I want to ride him each and every game, and I'll probably see his price go up and up. Middleton obviously has been playing better as well. He's becoming better of that number two. And it was surprising how he closed out the series against the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, that performance with 38, 5, and 10, but then he finishes it with Game 7 in 52 minutes, 23, 6, and 10 right there with 5 steals in back-to-back games. So the Nets were playing very, very sloppy. I don't think I see that again in the Atlanta series. I think it's going to be a little bit slower pace, and it's going to be a defensive dogfight on both sides. Let's go into our next play, Danilo Gallinari, with question marks on Bogdanovic. Obviously, he says he's probably going to play, but he is hampered with that knee issue. You don't know how much that's going to affect his jumper. But someone that's coming off the bench and has played very consistently for the Atlanta Hawks has been Danilo Gallinari, with big buckets down late to put the door closed on the Philadelphia 76ers. That veteran mentality is going to be big against the Milwaukee Bucks in this series. I think Danilo Gallinari is a great util play to have if you just have, some middle salary left over. I think he's someone you can go towards. Giannis is an obvious play. I did tell you, not some big concerns, but he will get focused on defensively, but that's nothing new. But just if you have any other ideas other than Giannis Antetokounmpo at that captain spot, I do like Trae Young. I do like Drew Holiday. I think they might have some more upside at their price point instead of Giannis. And then I think the Milwaukee Bucks bench becomes more involved. It was a difference in that Brooklyn Nets series because they ran small ball. I think there's going to be a little bit of a turnover. They just really played all their starters in those last two to three games in that Brooklyn Nets series. They did not really go to their bench besides Connaughton and maybe some Bryn Forbes. Bobby Portis got some minutes, but I think his minutes will go up and his production will go up because before that he was producing very well, at least getting to the 19 to 20 range in DK points, and the minutes were creeping close to 20, and he was very impactful, knocking down the three-point ball and scoring at will. And he's a cheap option to get if you're filling at the bottom of your lineups. I think the bench is going to be more predicated on, more leaned upon in this series. So just watch out for that. Let's go over to Fanduel and see how the pricing is over there. You might need to get a little more creative. Just putting Danilo Gallinari at the MVP spot at the 9,500, it was hard to afford, Trae Young, Giannis, and Drew Holiday. You're going to have to make a decision with pretty much 3 out of the 4 guys available. One guy's going to have to sit. One guy's going to say you can't fit them all. You might have to choose 2 so you can get another mid-range guy in the middle. Maybe you want to go with Brook Lopez. Maybe you want to go with Clint Capella because he doesn't have to deal with Joel Embiid. Kevin Huerter and Bogdanovic are down there in that range. So it's not just smashing your stars and your set, because the salary really runs out really fast. You're going to have to pick and choose. It might be different each and every game. That's why I spoke about Drew Holiday. I think he's at a nice cheap price in game 1, where I think he's going to step up, knock down some jumpers, and facilitate that basketball because Trae Young's going to have to play both sides of the field. There's no, they left Ben Simmons open. They really didn't care. Technically, Atlanta had an extra defender going up against the Philadelphia 76ers because Simmons is a liability. He really is. He gets paid $30 million, can't shoot a lick, and can't make free throws. That's very embarrassing. Let's go over to FanDuel and the props. First, we're going to begin with the under in the game at 225. We'll see if this comes through. I think this is a solid play just because I think the defensive sides will show out in this series, and we will see in game 1 they're going to be filling each other out. And that's going to be very intriguing. We'll probably know by halftime if this game is going to go over or under. We will see. And then the next play is going to be Drew Holiday to score 20 points and above. If we're just looking at the odds on that one, that's plus 108, and that under 225 is at minus 108. So those are two of my props for tomorrow. I think they should come through. We will see. At least the Drew Holiday one. I'm really riding him. I think it's I just see it. It just is one of the intuition plays right there. The way he's been playing as of late, and the fact that this is a great matchup. He exploited it during the regular season, so I think he'll go back to that in the playoffs. So let me know how you feel, guys, about the core four tomorrow. We can further brainstorm on if we want to focus on one-sided type of lineups, like a 5-1 or a 4-2 or a 3-3 that's more balanced. I think I might want to lean towards the more balanced ratio, because that's what happens down in the comment section. We brainstorm and figure out what's going to be the trend for that day. Let me know in that comment section down below. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As of right now, I think we're still at $3.99. Let's get over that 400 threshold, and let's get to that next level, which is going to be 500. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow. Peace out.